One of the things about testing is that there's often more than one way to test that something worked the way you expected. So I want to cover an example today that might not have an obvious solution, or the obvious solution might be more complex than is necessary. So if we look at this code here, we have a model, and when this model is created, it dispatches an event. But notice, it dispatches it with a delay of 60 seconds. So how would we test this? It might be simple to test that it was dispatched, but that element of it was delayed for 60 seconds. How would we make sure that was tested? So you might first think, well, we have time helpers in Laravel. We can set the time, and then we can fast forward time, or we can sleep. There's all these different things that might come to mind to test this. But first of all, this delay is 60 seconds. I don't know about you, but I don't want my test to have to wait 60 seconds to see if it happened. And what if this delay was like 15 minutes? That would be unacceptable to actually wait that long inside of a test. So how can we test this without like manipulating time and doing all of these fancy things that may or may not work? Here's the approach I came up with, and I think you might like it. So this test, first of all, I'm faking the bus, right? And I'm not going to go off too much on a tangent here, but with queued jobs, you could either fake the queue or you can fake the bus. I'm going to fake the bus here. We create the event, right? So when created, this model dispatches a job with delay. That's like setting up what we want to test. Here, I'm asserting that it was dispatched once. And this is a whole separate topic, but I like to make sure it was actually dispatched only one time, not twice, not three times. Those are different bugs that we could catch. But here is the thing I want to really show, which is we don't have to fake time at all. We can simply use this closure, assert dispatched, and then literally inspect the delay property on the job. So this might seem like cheating, but it really isn't, because Laravel itself is responsible for reading that property and actually waiting and doing all that work. I trust that Laravel is going to do the right thing if the job is configured correctly. I'm not trying to test that the framework does what it promises to do. So I can literally just look at the property of that job, see that it's set to 60, and all is good. So this is a very simple approach, but when it comes to specifically testing delayed jobs, I find its simple approach is also the best approach.